I'm Fuchsia for PhoenixGoth.com, and we're here with Reaching for Shadows. And we are going to ask some questions and find out a little bit more about the process and what inspires them. Have you guys been getting a lot of buzz from the community about the new release?
So I've actually, and it's kind of still under wraps. I can't really say who it's for yet, but I've got a remix working with another artist in the local scene. So that's going, for a debut band, the fact that people are sharing the album and talking about it is just really, especially during this coronavirus time, that is just humbling to me.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I should have tacked that on the end of the question, because it is a bit of a difficult time right now, because normally I would assume you'd be out playing shows to promote. I guess that kind of leads me into the question about what your plans are for promoting and
or if you're going to play live.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't even been able to practice a live show because I'm not allowed over at Ari's place. So.
Practice independently.
Okay, we're gonna have to figure that out.
Right.
I have zero resources.
Practice independently, rehearsal together. That's the way it works.
But
he only says that because when we get together with the band sometimes and we're not all on our A games, we're like, shit, we should have practiced independently before we came to rehearsal.
Right.
Anyway,
well, I, as a visual artist now dabbling in music, could use a little bit of training on things.
Yeah.
Trying to figure
and
this
we've kind of begun that process a little bit with, especially as far as vocals go, and Amanda's proven to be an amazing vocalist, especially hitting the hitting the higher notes that I'm fucking struggling with.
Also struggling with those, but I got
well, that. But you struggled more elegantly, so there you go.
I will take it.
So you're both doing vocals on the album?
Yeah. So I kind of, so the way this kind of duo kind of worked out was I had already begun writing about half of the album when Amanda expressed an interest in vocals, and I was like, you know what, that would be awesome. I need help. And she provided a lot of great ideas with tweaking some of the lyrics on Fire, and just adding her harmonies to Good Times, really added different elements to the music that wouldn't be there without that. So we're both doing vocals right now, since this is the time of social distancing and everything. We still have to flesh out band practice and rehearsals and things like that, but the idea is to have kind of a two synths kind of thing going on, where I might be on vocals for one song and Amanda would be on synths, and then maybe for another one she's primary vocalist, and then flip-flop. But
I was told I might be singing a whole song by myself.
Yeah, I'm still working on that one. I actually came up with a crap ton of lyrics this afternoon.
Yeah.
So.
Sure, give her the song with all the verbose lyrics.
Oh yeah, no, all the songs tend to be verbose. She's, she does copywriting, right? So she likes to write a lot.
Yeah, well.
I kind of like to write too, so I think between the two of us, we're gonna have some very wordy songs.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But especially, the both of us, the goal of Reaching for Shadows is not to, write music that's just, I don't want anything to be a period piece or anything like that. I want, my belief is that the lyrics should be ambiguous enough. Yeah, well, timeless and ambiguous enough so that like somebody can relate to the music without it's not so specific that like certain people can relate to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Does.
definitely.
Where'd you come up with Reaching for Shadows? What does that mean to you?
So I actually Reaching for Shadows came from the song Ghost by Depeche Mode.
He likes the best mode.
I am, yeah. So it's kind of like I was really struggling with the loss of my cat at the time, and that was kind of a song that was on repeat for me. And it's a line in the song that goes like, oh God, every time like reaching for shadows from the dead that I once, or I'll look up the lyrics later, but point is
Inspired from a Depeche Mode song is what.
Yeah, and kind of felt to me like looking for something that used to be there that's not there anymore, or like a reflection of something that doesn't quite exist yet. I don't know, it sounds deep and cool, and
I dig it, I like it, it's cool. Right on.
So obviously Depeche Mode is an influence. Do you have any, who are your other big influences that kind of made you want to start, making your own music?
Yeah, I would definitely say Nine Inch Nails, Trent Reznor is just a creative genius. The Cure, especially recently, like I've been like,
Yeah, they're not going to complain about that. There you go.
yeah, no, I mean like just every song has something different. Like, oh, you're doing that now. Oh, what is this, a saxophone? Like, like.
One of the songs was definitely channeling And One, which I'm okay with. So.
I got that.
Despite some of his recent tweets, yeah, but like I still love like And One music. But yeah.
We were also hearing like Kanga and a little bit of DMV Nation.
Yeah, I got some DMV out of that. Is that a virus that you're playing predominantly in there?
No, actually, so the synths that I'm using are virtual synths at this point. So
You're dropping names?
Massive for the most part.
Okay. Love Massive.
So to start out, it was just I think it was like the first or the basic edition. Right now I've got Massive X that I'm using as well. And actually got, I think it was like the complete controller, complete something from Native Instruments. But having a lot of fun with that.
There's a lot.
Native Instruments is fantastic.
Yeah.
When did you all start singing or creating or playing music or art?
So,
Beginning of this year, yeah. Was it
before
the beginning of this year?
Yeah, together we started.
I guess I mean more independently, but I am curious to hear how you got together as well.
Oh, sure. Do you want to start?
Well, I'm new to music. This is like the beginning for me, so.
Okay, I'll just, so basically, I guess we can start with the piano lessons that I took as like a 6-year-old. I mean, that kind of, that did really actually start a lot of this for me because, not like you need it, but it did help me along, being able to understand like sheet music and stuff like that. But what really inspired me was basically when I first listened to Depeche Mode, and I heard music in a way that I just didn't think was possible. It was World in My Eyes, Violator. That da-da-da-dum, that bass line comes on, the weird fucking sound effects. I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, what is that sound? And then like, this was like in my dad's car while he's driving me to summer camp, and Enjoy the Silence comes on, and the vocal, the box effects, like I'm like, wow, that sounds pretty. And like,
So your parents got you into Depeche Mode?
my dad did, yeah.
My mom did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Depeche Mode.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it was
What's that?
so
Is your dad a musician?
he plays drums, but not like in a band or anything.
Don't ever tell a drummer he's not a musician.
Okay. No, he is. Yes, I think he might actually have a tape recording. He is a musician. That's true.
Yeah, so about the Strand, you were in the Strand, or are?
Yeah. So with Dave Strand, I don't know if you heard, but he recently had a new baby. So the Strand.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I'm a
We
God
love Strand.
Strand.
It was
Yeah.
Dave that got us to play our first show. So
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. They've honestly, even before I think I was really a part of the Phoenix Goth scene or even knew about this scene, like I knew about the Strand. It's just been an amazing experience, like, knowing how to set up stage, like how to set up your keys and everything, and your mic and sound check, and dealing with feedback. So
you mean feedback through the mic, not the negative feedback, right?
yeah, I don't even want to know about that. But
Yeah, I call that being the band janitor, and that was me for quite some time.
I did it for a while too.
I think all of us at this point have put in our time, so I'm not so much complaining as much as saying that was like,
yeah, I think with the Strand, I think that would have to be Steve. He's definitely the band janitor.
yeah. Unthankless job. It's a tough, thankless job. And it's like, well, everybody else gets to go play the rock star. You're the person that's like stuck doing mic checks or tearing down after the show. And people are trying to
Or
talk
hauling
to you.
the gear around.
People are like full on stage trying to talk to you while you're literally like wrapping cable around. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Just
That's cool though, because you do get to talk to people after the show and stuff that come up.
Oh, yeah,
and
networking.
tearing down and stuff.
it'd be nice to be talking
Yeah.
about maybe a cocktail as opposed to a
Or
game.
just talking to someone who enjoyed the show. Like that's
Yeah.
always nice to hear. Like someone say, "Wow, I had a really great time," and I was like, "Wow, I'm glad I could do that for you." It is just, yeah. It feels
Positive
like
feedback is
a community like service kind of in a weird way.
I can say how rewarding it was to watch her on stage and do an amazing job and just freaking bring it. And I'm just like running around like, that's my friend. Look how good she is. It was fun.
Well, you go way back because you used to go for our band too.
Oh yeah. I have been in
So
this
you do have musical
sometime.
experience.
Yeah, I mean, well, the only like
Shared many stages with Bella Loon.
yeah, I have. Half naked, well, mostly naked, thanks to Fuchsia. I mean, he chose my outfit. I want everyone to know that.
Whatever. That's how we roll.
Hey, but Peter Murphy liked it, so.
All right, no complaints.
The Peter Murphy show, the folks at Crescent actually made us dress our dancers with more clothes because
Oh,
they
really?
were happy that folks were just wearing pasties.
No, that wasn't Crescent.
Not Crescent, I'm sorry.
You're talking about the Marquee Theater.
Marquee Theater.
Seems like a more marquee thing.
That was when we opened for.
Peter.
No, that was It's a Red. Because for Peter, Amanda did it, and she had Freddie had painted her with vines and leaves at the Peter Murphy show.
Okay, maybe I'm getting them conflated. Could be.
Anyway, we're not talking about Bella Loon. We're talking about Reaching for Shadows here.
We are relating.
But it's full circle though, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do think one of the questions was
And
if
back
you
to
could
Strand.
collaborate with any other band or artist, who would it be? And obviously Bella Loon would be one of them.
Very sweet.
That's cool. I really enjoyed both of your vocals on the album. Really,
That's
really
good to hear. I was gonna say the only formal musical training I've had is in choir in 6th grade and guitar my freshman year of high school. That is like the extent of my musical background, but at least it's in there. But obviously, being a lifelong goth, like music has always been extremely important to me. So it's just part of the culture.
Were you doing classical guitar? Your
No, I know how to play like Metallica and Pink Floyd and a little bit of Manson.
If you could share the stage with any one band or artist, who would it be?
Oh shit, I didn't see this question in advance.
Oh, share the stage with
Well, like if you could open for.
Oh, open. Yeah. Okay.
Who would be your dream band to go on tour with?
Okay. Besides Depeche Mode, I would say I would love to open for Front 242. Like, just the energy that the show 2 years ago was just. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go at first because I was going through a really, really rough time with anxiety at that point, and I made a decision. I was like, well, I can sit at home and be anxious, or I could go out with friends and, see this band that I've loved since high school, and
I approve of that.
and I forgot about everything that I was even anxious about. It didn't matter because just the energy that, I'm like, oh, you guys are like, what, in your 60s? And it was amazing. It was like, that's the same energy, like the Depeche Mode energy would Never Let Me Down Again when he starts like waving his arms like that. And that's like, I wrote, my music with that intention in mind. And so this like coronavirus time is really difficult for me right now, but making it work. So
the songs are really catchy and really, for the most part, like beat driven and like.
That was with purpose.
Yeah, really, really good danceable stuff.
Yeah, and I wanted to have kind of like I didn't want to be like kind of like. I didn't want to be like known for like one particular type of sound. I wanted to have like a variety of different like, BPMs and one of them is a little bit more aggro tech kind of inspired. Another one might be more on the like old school EBM side.
We'd like to have music that can be played at all of the goth events.
Basically, yeah. Once they come back, yeah.
Yeah, if they ever do.
Oh no, they will.
But
If
we'll start our own one way or another. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Even if it has to be virtual.
Yeah, we'll do a Zoom goth.
Yeah.
Well, it was COVID that inspired Phoenix Goth to do their first on-camera interview.
Yeah, it was actually COVID that inspired me to do one of my songs, which I'll just say that was Adapt was kind of inspired by this whole thing going on, and that's kind of what I want to do as far as with my lyrics. Not all the time, but I write about stuff that is related to what I'm going through, and if it helps other people as well that might be going through something, that's amazing.
Yeah, we definitely both use music, and I use my visual art as well to process things, process life. So.
Well, speaking of art, I see some of your artwork on your wall in the background there. You want to talk about your artwork?
Sure. I find this particularly funny just because that painting is based off of that cat right there.
Pretty bomb.
She actually helped me when I was studying Cubism, so I got to have, turn it a little bit. So that's her from multiple angles at once. So super fun to make. Most of my stuff is abstract, as you guys well know, but that's one of my more unique pieces just because it was a study done in school.
This is actually going to come back to the album.
Yes.
No, because on I Thought You Were Better Than This, Galadriel, my cat, makes an appearance.
From you in the song.
Yeah,
catch that.
I was fucking around. I was just fucking around one day, and my cat walks in to my studio office. This is all. And she walks in here, and I pick her up, and I was like, fuck it. And I pick her up, and she makes this chirping noise. It's like right into the mic. Okay, fine. I had to do it like 5 times to get it right, but it's fine. But
studio magic.
And then I just added a little bit of like a reverb to it, just tweaked it a bit, and just put it in kind of like as a percussive thing. And I don't know, I gave her credit on Bandcamp. Buy her a bag of treats or something.
Royalties.
Yeah.
We'll have to pick it. You have tons of animals, so we'll have to pick one per album and be like, you get to be featured in this song.
Right.
Okay, I don't want to be known as that band.
Fair enough.
Reaching for paw prints.
Tons of animals.
I don't know.
You have like a zoo in your home with your tons of animals. What is that?
What's that? I can barely hear you.
Tons of animals. You were saying there's tons of animals.
Oh yeah, she's got 3 cats and 2 dogs in that house. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I got the 1. That's all I can handle. She's a handful. So.
Yeah, a lot. So back to the art though. So your art is on the cover of the album.
Yes, and I did the graphic design work and everything for the cover. So yeah, I contribute however I can.
Cool. So what does the creative process look like? Do you usually start with a drum beat or like a cool bass line or like an arpeggio, or is it different depending on the song, or the way that you like to kind of?
The creative process is still kind of something that like I'm fleshing out. Like I don't have a set like each time, but lately what seems to be working for me right now is I usually get most of my ideas just when I'm listening to other songs, like especially in when I'm driving, like I'll just hum along to the song, not necessarily singing the song, but like a riff that's like based off of it. And then the ideas just develop further from there. But on the other hand, sometimes I actually get my best ideas from just complete silence. I'll just like drive in complete silence and just random tunes will come up from nowhere out of my head. Like I don't know where it comes from. Like there is no process. It's random.
I did want to share because like you asked about who I would want to open for.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say Frontline Assembly. They've been really big for me for a really long time, and they still hold up and they still move me to this day. So I would love to open for them.
Yeah, they're great.
Totally.
The new Delirium album too is
Fantastic.
really good. Not new, but the newest one is really good.
Yeah, I don't think they've made anything that I haven't liked, and they've been making shit for a long time. So
It's legit. For
I
sure.
think the band is as old as I am.
Yeah. So has anybody given you any advice that you held on to that you use when you're creating music or performing?
Well, when I'm performing, a lot of it is just like vocal coach stuff, like don't, breathe more from your stomach and like open your mouth, like all that stuff. Like,
I've been enjoying her doing that to me while I'm also trying to record.
Yeah, right. But
Stop breathing.
But more like in general, like the song writing process goes. Honestly, the best advice that I've gotten, and it almost seems counterintuitive, but is just don't work too hard. Like don't try to force, the creativity and ideas. Like it'll happen when it happens, and just there are things that you can do to like kind of help like facilitate that. Like just trying to like when I'm driving my car and I listen to music or no music, like just depending on what I might need at the time. But yeah, just
Try not to make it work.
Yeah, just don't overthink it, basically.
Totally. Well, I can't say enough about how impressed I was with the album.
Thank you.
Everybody needs to check it out because it's really good, and you definitely emote, both of you, and it sounds really good.
Thank you. I appreciate, and like it's been a trip. Like it's been amazing just, coming this far and like being done but not feeling done, feeling like there's still more that I need to do. So, stay tuned.
There's always more.
Yeah.
It's never done.
Nope.
Sometimes you just gotta let it go and just kind of not overthink it. That was great advice.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that you want to like plug? Any like new bands that you like or anything that you're doing?
Oh, new bands that I like.
I like SITD a whole lot.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would also say, bands that I would have to, not that I have to, but that I think are amazing are, I don't know if you've heard Crane, but it's Kreign. Ryan Hutman was basically, Ryan and Christian are behind that, and yeah, Ryan worked with me on a lot of the music on Use Your Teeth, so he's been a great mentor for me, and definitely check out the Strand too. Let's see, other new groups that I like. Chrome Corpse is a good one out of Seattle, another EBM group that I discovered at Mechanismus that just completely blew me away. Like a couple of the band members were literally like banging on metal pipes like at the show, and I was like, this is awesome. It was amazing because it's like they were dressed up like not goth at all, like the opposite of goth, like preppy, like 80s Flock of Seagulls kind of like.
Oh wow.
But
new
like,
wave.
Yeah, but like they were so EBM, like it was like complete pull. I loved it.
That's funny.
I loved it. Yeah, Chrome Corpse, so check them out too. But yeah, there's a lot of great music out there. Just gotta just discover it.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotta go digging.
Have you guys thought about doing a live stream? Would you be interested in doing any sort of a live stream?
Yeah, I've thought about that as far as, a live stream for Reaching for Shadows, like to perform. That would probably have to be something that we would have to work out. We probably wouldn't be ready to do that for a few months at least, but I've thought about doing basically in the meantime, now that we're all social distancing and everything, I ordered a Pioneer DDJ 400, so I'm gonna be, as soon as that comes in, just try to see if I can quickly learn how to, but I've got a lot of things I can do in the meantime until life gets back to whatever normal it's gonna get back to. So, but yeah, definitely that definitely is something that I'm actively thinking about.
Us too. We're kicking around the idea for some time. We're actually practicing an acoustic set that we may be doing soon.
Cool.
Yeah, so it should be fun. But if you guys do have anything that you ever want us to promote, let us know, and we'll do it. We got the website and the Facebook page and the YouTube. So yeah, to everybody watching this, definitely check out the album Use Your Teeth. It's awesome. Reaching for Shadows. Check out their Bandcamp and their Spotify, and go like them on social media. And thanks for watching.
All right.
Cheers.
Thanks, everyone.